The Arrow podcast, man. Let's go over this big loss we just took to the Bills, man. Let's jump right into this thing.
Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold.
All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. You guys know what it is. Help me help you. You know the spiel by now. So let's jump right into this thing, guys. We all knew this was coming. Period. I don't know who in their right mind would think that we would sustain, go undefeated with this level of play, that we've been seeing. That's been, going on probably for a long time, guys. Probably, I want to say a year and a half. These close games, close game, close game. Doesn't matter who it is, close game. I wouldn't, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a close game with the Panthers. No, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be surprised. I'd probably that's when I'd go on a rant. That's when I would go on one of those rants that I keep threatening everyone about. But I knew this was going to happen. It was either the Bills, Steelers, Texans. We were going to lose one of those games, possibly two of those games. I do think we would lose one more time. I feel like the Steelers is kind of a sneaky game, so we shall see how that pans out, but I foreseen us taking two losses. I had us taking three or four. That was before, but one of the I wouldn't say, yeah, before the season started. I thought that we would have lost one game in that big stretch of tough teams that we played. So yeah, I seen this coming, guys. There's a lot of bad. There is some good, and I'm going to say this, guys. Well, this is what I took from that game. I took from that game, guys, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's Guys, let's show them nothing. Let's try and win black and white. Let's play black and white and let's try and win. So the next time, if we do bump into them, they're not going to know what hit them. They're going to be looking for something that's not going to come, and then something else is going to happen. Ultimately, what I'm saying, guys, is Andy Reid, I think, has mastered holding back. Now, did we intentionally lose? No, you would never intentionally lose, right? But did we hold back? Probably a lot. Yes. That last scramble from Josh Allen, Chris Jones alone has stopped those plays on numerous of occasions. Justin Herbert, there's been a lot of important games that we have won where guys, quarterbacks specifically, have trying to run up the middle, and either we have a spy on them or Chris Jones knocks that out. So I was kind of mind boggled, but at the same time, I was like, one, this was gonna happen. Two, just give the Bills their mini Super Bowl like any other team that beats us. But the number one thing, guys, is the good juju. The good juju, which is not Juju Smith Schuster, the good juju, which is lose to the Bills, because every single time, literally, we've lost to the Bills, we've won the Super Bowl. We've won the Super Bowl. So good luck to me, guys. I honestly, I was getting this feeling while watching the game. This be in the beginning of the game where I was like, you know what? I think it'd be weird to win this game. I truly did. I'd be like, this is not. It'd be weird to win this game. Usually, we lose to the Bills and go on to win the Super Bowl. And I assure you guys, there's going to be a mistake made by the Bills when they play us, if they play us in the playoffs next time, because they're going to think that they've seen something on film. And Andy Reid is a genius when it comes to that. He'll show you a formation that you've seen and then change, and then it'll be something completely different. So once again, we didn't purposely lose, but I do think that we held back, and I do think that was one of the factors. Now, they played poorly. Mahomes, guys, is not been looking the best this year. It is what it is. I will say the pressure is starting to get to him, man. It's looking bad. It's not necessarily changing. It didn't look horrible as some games, but Jawan Taylor, both our left tackles had a bad game, and it's just it's the left tackle position is seems to be every game, and then the right tackles every few games, right? But you combine that, and it's never ending. So he's missing these deep balls. He's missing these deep balls, but I cannot help but think, well, what if I was under pressure 24/7 every play, every down play? Now, there are plays where he wasn't, right? But the thing is he's getting pressured so much that it's just outweighing when he's not getting pressured and he thinks he's getting pressured, or maybe someone gets pushed back and then they kind of correct themselves. It's the offensive line, guys. It needs to get cleaned up, bro. Or this is gonna be a bad year. I'm telling you right now. This is at this point concerning. Now, I think they'll figure it out. I think because they always do, but this is a little concerning. Usually, our offensive line doesn't look bad for this long. I mean, I would say every season it took a few games for our O line to kind of buckle up, tighten up. But there were times where they looked pretty bad, and that was only a few games. This now seems to be every game. So it's getting concerning. Like I've told you guys continuously, let's move on to the defense. Now, I can't blame that the defense has been playing somewhat lights out. I wouldn't say lights out, but they've been playing pretty elite, right? But I told you guys, and I told everyone, we are going to get exposed. These other corners outside of Trent McDuffie are not good, bro. I mean, they all remind me somewhat of Dan Sorensen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nazi Johnson is not the answer, bro. He's not the answer. Okay, I see him getting rocked every game. I don't care what no one says. Nazi Johnson is not it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Chiefs Kingdom. I'm sorry if anyone's watching this. I do apologize. Nazi Johnson's not it. At this point, put Joshua Williams in, and that still has me very worried. Shamari Connor, I don't care. I'm loving Shamari Connor. Period. I'm loving Shamari Connor. Shamari Connor is elevating. Period. He's going to give you a few bad snaps, but he's going to give you more good than bad, and I assure you that. And he's coming along. He's starting to get it. So he's a playmaker, and he will come along. Now, because you're starting to see a few three safety sets, and that is because we don't have a second or third corner, guys. We don't. And at this point, where's Keith Taylor? Keith Taylor is decent. Keith Taylor was on our practice squad. He's on the active roster now. I believe it's Keith Taylor. Keith Taylor is decent, guys. He's a bigger corner. He's similar to Joshua Williams' stature, but he's a little bigger. But he's better than Joshua Williams. I don't understand why he's not playing. So, and then again, once again, I can't always say he's better because, I mean, obviously I'm not Steve Spagnuolo. And in Spags, we trust 100%. So I obviously trust Spags more than, so maybe there's something he's obviously, right? But at this point, bro, you might as well see what's up. Put him in there because Nazi Johnson is not it. You know how many times I've seen Nazi Johnson fall? Just go watch. Go. I mean, you probably don't have the film, but just pay attention. Just watch. He falls. He just randomly falls, or he gets not beat up. He's not it, bro. And it's kind of infuriating me a little bit, man, because I feel like he is a weak link. He gets picked on. He's getting picked on every game. Period. So that's one. Now, Amari Cooper. Oh yeah, that is Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is not this number one He's no Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Okay, so yeah. Now he's legit. He's definitely above average. He's a definitely a very good player. He's not, in my eyes, elite, but he's a very good player. So, but there's no that our corners outside of McDuffie are getting picked on. Period. Point blank. Period. And we better figure it out, or this defense, in my eyes, got exposed. And it's getting concerning a little bit to me because the loss of Jalen Watson, I think, was mainly and mostly felt yesterday, or wait, sorry, Sunday against the Bills. I think that's mainly us feeling the loss of Jalen Watson, period. And honestly, guys, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, period. We don't figure someone don't step up, which got my fingers crossed. But honestly, guys, that's not how the corner position works. You don't have a guy that's not good at all who just becomes good. That's not how corners. I don't care what no one says. It ain't how it works. You're either you can be decent and then get good, but not good. Become decent, and that's how I feel about Nazi Johnson. Period. So, anyways, obviously linebackers continue to be weird in coverage. It's not Nick Bolton's strong point. Uh, it was. I hate to pick on the defense, but I was worried, and I hadn't spoken on it yet. I was worried about being exposed, and to me, it was a few games ago, and it kind of. And I know the Broncos only scored 14 points, but that game, it kind of worried me because a rookie Bo Nix was kind of carving us up a little bit, bro. He kind of was. Our front seven is not getting pressure, so you can't have these corners, that are not. You can't if you don't have multiple corners and you're not getting multiple solid corners, right? And you're not getting pressure. That is a recipe for disaster, bro. Uche on 5 snaps didn't do. I think he had. I don't know how many snaps. It was a few. It wasn't that much, but he's not doing anything. He hasn't done anything in 3 games since he's gotten here. I understand he's new. Whatever. I don't think that's the answer either. George Karlaftis doesn't doesn't exist. I'm sorry. I was excited about George Karlaftis coming into this season because I figured he'd progress and this would be a 15 plus sack season, but I was wrong about that. Is he a solid player? Yes, he's still a solid player. Uh, Perfect against a run, solid against a run, solid player, but he's just not. He's not going to get you that. He's known, I would say, morely for his motor more than anything, man. He's not going to win those quick, and you need those quick sacks or yeah, because I believe we had no sacks against Josh Allen, guys. None. Zero. If you have 0 sacks against Josh Allen, you're going to get rocked, shredded. Now, who knows? Did our offense and defense hold back? I think so, to be honest with you. I also think that Spags held back his true playbook against Josh Allen. That's why Josh Allen scored that last touchdown. I do believe that. But is it an excuse? No. We lost because we played like trash. We didn't execute. All these back to offense, all these deep balls are being missed by Mahomes. I don't care if he's under pressure or not. He needs to hit those, period. Because guess what? If you hit those, then guess what? Maybe you're not in so much or under so much pressure. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. So, yeah. Overall, I'm not concerned. I feel like, regardless, guys, we've looked worse. I mean, the last 2 years we've won the Super Bowl. I believe we looked worse. Remember, up until about 2 games, we've been moving the ball kind of up and down the field. Yesterday was almost the first day where we were just stagnant, where there was a lot of 3-and-outs. But if you kind of go back and watch the games, guys, we've been moving the ball, except for maybe against the Broncos, but even against the Broncos, somewhat, right? But we've been moving the ball. There's games in previous seasons that we've won the Super Bowl in where we were not moving the ball and it looked worse now. So I would say the corner position is concerning, considering we're not getting pressure. So that is a little concerned, that is a little concerning. So we shall see, man. On to the Panthers. I'll tell you what, if we don't smack the Panthers, uh, yeah, I'm going into full panic mode. And I mean smack the Panthers by like 17, 10, 17 points plus. If we don't steamroll the Panthers, I'm going to be in panic mode. If we win only by a touchdown, I'm going into panic mode, and my next video will be a rant. So that's all I got for you guys. The Arrow Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Help me help you. I'm outros, fellas.
Yeah, we running out of time.